Hello, back to another Fabulous here. I'm Jacob from Jacob's Books Corner, and today we are talking about the books I DNF'd in 2021. I would like to, or 2022. Is that right? Yeah, we're going 2023. Okay. Yeah, but you have to choose between these 7 books. Pick 2 or 3 titles, or I'll pick 2 or 3 most common titles that are mentioned in the comments, and we'll see how that goes, and I'll survey that for the next, 2 or 3 months, and then we'll come back and we'll conjoin it again in a vlog of where one of these books will get a dedicated vlog. We're reading together to see if your opinion that I would like these books or I'd hate this book, whichever it is, I don't care, comes into fruition. If you've never heard of these books before, very sorry about that, but I'm sure there has to be at least one of these. So the first one we have is we're going in order, I'm assuming, from latest to earliest. So the first one I actually have is actually a December read that I did, and that is Daphne. I read this in the beginning of December, and I got about 50% into it. This is Josh Bowerman. This is about a girl who ends up getting her mind that Daphne, this creature that this town has created, is real, and then if you think of Daphne, she'll come to you, and there's a few other rules. And it's really is independable. It's about anxiety and things, and I just didn't vibe with the writing, I didn't vibe with the characters, and I just was not really vibing overall, which is why I ended up DNFing it. The second one was The Twisted Ones it's on the screen, it's okay. This follows a girl going home to clean out her grandmother's house. I want to say it's her grandmother, and she realizes some weird things live in the woods. Me and my sister picked this up for a book club that we ended up not going through with, and that would be The Twisted Ones. I don't really have any opinion on this. I got probably 25% in and I called it quits, so very early on. We have Dark Lover. This is by Ward, something Ward, I can't think of the last name. And this is an extremely high popular paranormal romance series, adult paranormal romance series. My big takeaway here, it had the whole traumatic thing happen, what's fuck. The traumatic thing happened to be SA, and it made me extremely uncomfortable, so I ended up DNFing it and it took me out of the novel. I've heard some really good things about this series. One of my close friends loves this series to death, so I do want to give it another try. I'm not done with it. I also probably got about 40 to 50% into it before I was like, okay, this is done. Another recommended by the same person, which I understand why this was recommended, is Unhinged. Unhinged is book 1 of 5 of this serial killer and lover relations thing. You have a main character. In this one, his dad was a horrible person, did horrible things to younger children. He ends up getting murdered, and he hunts down the serial killer that murdered his dad, and it's their relationship, because the serial killer is my favorite thing in the world. He's like a golden retriever, the protective, I'm gonna bite you if you hurt him type of thing. It's my favorite thing, but for some reason there was something in here that did not vibe with me. I don't know how far I got, 35% in, something along those lines. The Final Girl Support Group. Let's just get real here. Titles with Final, this is by Grady Hendrix. Final Girl in any title, I end up not liking the book. I don't think I've ever rated a book with Final Girl in the title a high score. Just not one of the buzzwords that really work with me, really connect with me, and it continues to be a problem as we continue onwards. But I'm interested in giving this one another try. I did try the audiobook because it's narrated by the amazing actress from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I adore. And so I was like, okay, we'll do this. And I just did not care for it. I didn't care for the story. I didn't really care for the characters. I have other Grady Hendrix I would much prefer to get to as my first Grady Hendrix. Same thing with Josh Bowerman. I feel like there's other Josh Bowerman out there that I might be more interested in for my first Josh Bowerman. But I do have this new series coming up where I read one book from an author for the first time, and I tell you about my opinions with this new debut author in my life. We're going to do one a month or something like that. And the first one's been done for a while now, but these could be possibilities. This could be a possibility. Then we have Holdout. Holdout was racist. I read this one back in February. This is a long time ago, and I was really into it. Actually, I probably read the first 80 pages, and it's probably 400-ish pages, maybe a little less than that. And I was like, oh, this is good. This is, I don't know, this is doing something for me personally. And then it did not, as I realized what the whole point of the book was, which was not good. It was not good. This one I would not be interested in reading at all. But, of course, that's not my choice. That's your choice. Then we have Endless Night by Agatha Christie. This is really interesting because I don't remember why I DNF'd Agatha Christie. I'm assuming it's not the book I wanted. Or if it was the book, maybe I was just not really in the mood for that type of mystery. I don't know. I'm always interested in reading Agatha Christie. So, I'm sure one of my wrap-ups or something has a real reason, but I don't have one for you. And those are the 7 books I DNF'd in the month, or in the year of 2022. And I'd love to know if there's any books on this list. And if not, you can say, no, Jacob, you don't need to go backward, and that's perfectly fine. If that's the case, I'll pick the top rated out of 7, and I'll read the titles instead. And I honestly don't know what that would be. Hopefully, Holdout's not in there. It's the only one on this list I feel very strongly about not wanting to read, but everything else I'm very open to. Not that that should persuade your opinion at all. I'm going to check back with you guys in a few months, as I'm going to let this video do video things, seen by people. Maybe one of you guys will comment. I don't know. We'll see how fun this gets. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys all next time. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed, let me know some of the books you DNF'd. And I'll talk to you guys all next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.